Welcome back, guys. So, part 4. Or part 8? Either way, of the second one off, the final part of the second one off. Quick recap of what we've done so far. We've found people in mushrooms. We've attempted our best to put them back in mushrooms. And now we fought a mushroom. And now we're here. We've met a bard. The bards have been married. That makes 4 of our 5 party members married right now. And, what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, the ceremony is just completing, and Filthy is now summoning his familiar friend, I guess.
Okay.
And Grilt is off in his slime corner, having a short rest.
All right. Well,
I'll say that all of these hour-long activities have completed by now.
Okay.
Because there is something you wish to do in the middle of them.
I'm gonna walk over to Filthy as he finishes summoning his, assuming that I can finish my rest shortly before he finishes his. I'm gonna say, you on like a fifth wheel there, old man, making yourself a little friend there too.
yes. With trials of conscience, I summon my familiar to discuss it.
I started just watching him as he's summoning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What kind of familiar are you summoning?
Is it my spell's finished?
Yeah, I'll say that it's finished.
All right, so I summon an elderly large worm with 2 heads, one on either shoulder. And it's just like, it looks kind of like, you've seen the hairless cats? It looks a bit like that. It's kind of a old, saggy, kind of like flesh. It's kind of, it looks like it's seen better days, but it has a head that can talk on both my left and my right shoulder. And it kind of perches on
I'm not sure those are heads there, friendo.
Well, just as much knowledge has come out of either end here as Funt in his entire life.
Boy tries.
Oh, he's just being silly. He knows that truly my lyrics are,
The one on my left shoulder
wondrously
whispers,
inspiring.
kill him. And then I look to it and I say, and I kind of look for the other dissenting opinion, and it also says kill him.
Yeah.
Go on, Funt. Ignore the worm.
Imagine at this point they just kind of chant it quietly the entire time.
Yep.
Kill, kill, kill.
Oh.
I seek advice, worm. Kill, 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 kill.
The ceiling is weak.
Let us continue.
So this is like a scarf pet. This is just kind of like a nice thing you have on you full time. Okay.
Yep.
Like I imagine when you're sitting, do you ever like take it off your neck?
No, I lean against it.
Put it on? Oh, really? Okay.
It's
So it's
more
more.
of a
This is
headrest.
actually more like an plain pillow style situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But
I make a
yes,
note of that. I'm actually like super impressed with that idea. Like I had never thought of that, even though I've spent most of my life around worms.
the hallway down here goes down into here, where you will see more mushroom people.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
Which don't seem to notice you at
Nayrum
first.
coming along?
What did you say?
Is Nayrum coming along?
Yeah.
Just
I'll come
Nayrum.
along with you.
I mean,
Here, I'll just
Hey, we
write
got our
this in
AC
your chat.
bonus. Screw off.
Go ahead,
this is-
bards. Show us your dancing again. I'm going to
That's
draw
his
my
name.
bow.
All right.
I'm gonna light part of the mushroom. Start smoking it.
But yes, after a few moments of standing there and smoking mushrooms, then these ones will sort of turn and look at you and look a bit curious as they step. This sort of older one will step out and then point up a hand towards you, and it doesn't say anything, but all of these little mushrooms turn their heads towards you, and their eyes sort of, their tiny little mushroom brows furrow.
kill them, kill them, kill them! The worm's
Yes.
telling me.
And you can all roll me initiative. Steve already has, but that's fine. Let me open up all these.
I had a
things.
sense.
You know, last time we beat all of these mushroom people by dancing.
It's true. you guys know.
Funt, you've broken my worm. He only knows one word now. Two, kind of.
Well, I'm sure that he was at one point a mindful worm, but seems today he's only but slurm.
It like intensifies, like it's more
Doesn't
and more
mean
rattling.
And I'll add a turn for you. Add turn, please. There we go. I'll roll it.
One head whispers, "He makes you stupider with each breath."
Where's your turn, sir? There we go. And I will sort this descending. Alright, Ventilopitropic. You've yet again gotten the maximum on the initiative.
Crushing it.
Jack of all trades.
Well, it didn't
Yeah,
work last time,
does
but we're gonna go ahead and start things off with a vicious mockery. He saves against that.
Let's hope he doesn't.
Wisdom save. It will fail.
All right.
Do you got another D4 on that?
Yeah,
at
he-
level 6?
yeah,
I
or-
do. I just
5.
click on it.
That is
Pops up.
quite a cantrip.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
powerful attack.
It gives disadvantage on the first attack roll they
Yes,
make on their
yes.
turn.
Ah.
It just isn't
Disadvantage to your party, killing
I guess.
them in our lifespan.
Disadvantage on them attacking you while you're dancing, and thus giving them disadvantage anyways.
Right.
But yes. You can roll me your extra damage if you want to.
Oh, right.
Think
Oh,
you
I
should.
thought he saved against it. My bad.
No, he rolled an 11.
All right. Just
Does
1d4,
not
or do you want me to
succeed.
do the second one?
Just do the second one, so another d4.
Yeah, got it.
4 damage.
Okay.
On the one in the front.
Yep. The front left. Yeah.
Great. It is affected by this, and it seems to sort of like quiver a bit as the mushroom pierces its brain.
Yes, I thought you might find my words truly cutting, because your blood is jutting out of that hole in your head.
My ears! Ah!
From in the darkness, another one of these. What is your movement speed? Wonderful. These things will creep out and then come through your face. It's a dash. Don't worry. And these things will all start to dash as well with their horrible speed. And this one. And Grilt. A larger human-sized, human-shaped mushroom creature has approached your bard. You're also muted. Dolphin,
You're muted, Dolphin.
I didn't say anything too much. I said I'm going to walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Got that covered. I'm going to
Yes.
go ahead and cast I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops.
That's
Sorry, I
fine.
meant to send the spell card. We'll just count that for the first attack. I'll go
this
to
guy?
attack. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Not going to call it.
That will hit.
Okay.
It's not called. Yep. 10 plus 4. All right.
And then I will attack, but this time I'm going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
9?
That will not hit.
Okay.
That will not hit.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. And it is Filthy's turn. Grilt has given a mighty thwack in this thing's head.
All right. I am going to hold my action, and the trigger for my action is going to be when this mushroom right here enters a radius with these other mushrooms, so that I can hit all of them with a fireball. And the fireball is gonna be centered right there, basically. And I'm fine that it will hit Grilt and Fant.
Okay. Sure. That is fine.
Or I'm fine they're in the radius. Let me be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see if I hit them yet.
Me too. I've had a good run.
Yeah.
This, from the darkness again, comes a much larger mushroomy creature here. which will walk
Look
up.
at its
and-
hat. Look at that
Oh
hat.
my god.
Look
What
at
a
that
great
face.
hat.
Yeah. Oh, dang it! Its character sheet is shrunk. Okay, there we go. These are all within 5 feet, I believe. Yes. So it will dash up next to Grilt and stare down at you with its large frame.
Interestingly,
And also
my
from-
worm has changed its tune. It's now saying, "Don't kill them! Don't kill them!"
From the darkness, a large, like quite large, crayfish comes out, which is covered in spores and mushrooms. And then it realizes that there's nowhere for it to stand, so it backs up again. But it sort of like comes out with its pincers and looks around for a while and scrolls backwards.
Unmarried, I think, Dolbear.
Narendam will come over here and play a tune on his flute, and will give Fantillipantropic a Bardic Inspiration die, which is a D6, because he's not a very high-level bard.
Some amazing playing, dear husband.
And that is his turn. Inspector
response.
Dolbear.
I bless this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's his action.
It's normally a
I
bonus action,
am
he spends his whole turn.
going to choose Grandpa Filthy, myself, and Grilled.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We're all
You will
blessed.
have a D4 on your attack rolls and saving throws.
Excellent.
Do you have a bonus action that you would like to use? Movement.
Not at this time.
This sprout
Your honor.
will spend its turn running up to you. This thing will sort of walk over here and then like peer onwards and point a hand up this way. And this one will run up to here, and that will set off your fireball.
Excellent. So, again, I'm just trying to
This
get
is
as
gonna be
many
fun.
of them as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I mean, you can because it's a 40-foot diameter. So you can hit all of them.
Yeah.
You can also just, you know, hit down here. But I don't know. You can also pick to leave out those two. So you
Oh,
can
I'm
choose.
gonna roll intelligence if I remember to do that or not.
Mhm. And also, if you choose to remember that you can kill Fant with it.
I do remember both times that I have that option.
Mm-hmm. Were you
I
excluding?
ask each head of my worm. My worm recommends strongly killing them, but I'm unclear who he means, so I do not actually friendly fire them. I exclude them from the radius of my fireball.
Okay. Nice. And
The
that will
worm
be a
shrieks
dex
at
save
me, offended
from
and
a-
angry. Next time, worm. We'll see how they do.
1 dex save and 2 dex save.
Maybe I don't have to be
Bunch of-
dancing to be inspiring all these fireballs.
Holy
of
shit! I regret it
dancing.
already.
Oh, there's 2 like bolts. Okay. This one and this one will succeed, taking 13 damage, and the rest of them will take 27. So you shoot out this flame, which shoots past your faces, Grilt and Fantillipantropic, and doesn't deal any damage to you. These 3 little mushrooms are all burned to a crisp. They just fall down into ash. This one also burns up, and these 2 take some damage.
Quite the fiery display. On the ground they shall forever lay.
I literally
beautiful.
stagger like I've been hit with something. And I go, "No."
With that, it will take it the place of the other one and attempt to do something. And Fantillipantropic, it is your...
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with a thunder wave here since I'm in range. That up here. comfortably. Oh, no, I clicked on it. Oh, there it goes.
All right, and that is going to be targeting. both
Yeah,
of
the
these
one
two.
right in front of
This
me.
big thing.
Yeah. If I can
This
blast him
scenario.
like into, oh, it hits both. Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
cool.
right.
Yeah.
That hit me.
Does
Oh, it's a cone.
Thunderwave push things as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
if
2d8
they fail their
thunder
save.
Is
Push 10 away.
10 feet.
I,
Cool.
I think it's on a failed save. They
Yeah, it's on a failed save. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
So there's one saving throw is a 10, and the other one is a 10. All right, they both fail,
Nice.
which means that they take 7 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet. I think. Yeah.
Maybe you should have been
does-
blocking, then you wouldn't have been so shocking.
I like sink to my other knee.
It's a weak prime, but it checks out. All right. Grilt.
I'll go ahead and move my hunter's mark over to the small dude. We'll walk up. I'm gonna give him a dolly wallop. I'm gonna go ahead and call the shot.
That
You have
will
+4.
miss.
Plus D4.
Wait, you have a plus
Yeah.
D4. You can add it. Well, you should add it because it's always on.
17.
17 minus 5. That's a 12.
12.
Who are you attacking?
The one on the right.
The small one. That will exactly hit. And
Easy game.
it has 2 hit points, so it will die no matter what.
Okay.
Great.
Do you
So
want
then
to
I'm
roll
going-
that hunter's mark damage?
We could.
Yeah, you probably would have done that.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and
How does Horde Breaker work? Whatever the fuck it's called.
on
if
each
you-
of your here, I'll go ahead and link it.
If you attack something within 5 feet of you, you can make an attack against another thing which is within 5 feet of you and the target, which would include this thing.
Okay.
Yep.
That's right next to it.
So I get another free attack. It's not even a
So you
bonus
get a-
action. It's
So
just
yeah, you
another
get a free attack, and then you get an extra attack as well if you want.
Yep.
And you killed something, so you
No,
can use
he
a
doesn't
bonus
get the
action.
bonus. He
attack.
already casts hunter's mark.
Yeah, the
No,
bonus
he did.
marks.
He cast Hunter's Mark last turn.
No,
Unless
it was this turn.
cast
I
one.
moved it over
Okay,
to him.
okay.
He's
That
Philly's
was
right.
true.
I think I only
That's
have
fine.
2 attacks. Is what we're at, right?
Yes.
I'll
2
go
plus
ahead and,
the Horde Breaker.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Are
So
you
what's the
starting
Horde Breaker?
to- Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
it's just 2.
Horde Breaker
yeah.
plus 1.
That's
Yep.
a 19. Is that called?
No, that was not called.
Okay, it's not called. But we'll hit
Three-
anyways and deal 12 damage.
And then I will also call this one. Do I need to?
Okay.
I'll go ahead and roll.
22 minus 5. That will hit.
So it's 21. Yeah.
That
So
will
it's
hit.
going to do 22.
22. Oof.
Nice.
Yep. It is still standing.
Go ahead and have my turn.
Right. And just Grandpa Filthy's turn.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it, but I'm going to try to have the noise that Toll the Dead makes surround me instead of the target.
So you're casting Soul to Dead on yourself?
If need
Still
be.
defend yourself?
If need be.
Have you taken damage?
No.
So is this actually on yourself, or
No, I'm tolling
Are
the
you
dead the
playing?
mushroom.
okay? Sure. Wisdom save. Wisdom save. It succeeds.
Okay, takes no damage.
As you told the dead, your
And then
words
I will
screamed in his ears.
shakily rise to my feet, and I'll like mouth out loud, "I must get away from this," and then I'll hobble over this way.
Oh, wonderful. This thing is going to use something. Let me see. All right. Okay, no, that's just its weird telepathy thing. Okay, Grilled, I'm going to ask you to use a Constitution saving throw.
10-4.
As this thing extends its hands towards you, and
Add
Plus
your
4.
bless.
Okay.
Plus D4.
it's a burst of spores.
If you insist.
Right? 9 plus 4 is
Hashtag blessed.
13. This thing's DC is very low, so you will succeed. As these spores shoot past your face, and you sort of just brush them off.
Oh, no. He swallows a couple.
You eat them a bit.
Sorry.
Just out of curiosity.
Tastes like poison. And then that's part of its multi attack, so it will do a fist. Bonk. Will an 18 hit? Probably not.
Me? Yeah.
Maybe. Nice. It will hit. Nice.
Yep.
Are you within 30 feet of your husband? You are.
Yeah, even with that,
Right.
it'll
Alright.
it'll hit.
You will take 9 bludgeoning damage and 11 poison damage.
Is poison an element?
It is
Probably
not.
not.
In...
I don't
not
like. It's
part of
not
any,
one
like-
for absorb elements.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, I don't think it
The
is.
elements is like
Nope, it's just the. It's like
Acid,
oh,
fire,
acid is one.
cold,
That's the one I was
and
thinking of. All right, yeah.
lightning.
Were you thinking
that's
about green?
thunder. Yeah, acid is.
Yeah.
It's weird that acid
fine.
is an element.
Green's an element, right? I'm gonna absorb elements. Green.
Green.
It's gonna move over here to make way
Should I
for
always-
giant crayfish, which will dash to there.
Giant enemy crayfish. Nice.
About to get
Enemy
handsy with
crayfish spotted. That's
Got
its
attack.
turn.
It's weak,
because it's
weak
slow.
point for massive damage.
I think I might be going mad. I believe I see a giant crab.
Ah.
Narendam is going to walk over here behind his husband, newlyweds, and will Bardic Inspiration Grilt for 1d6.
Okay.
And then he will spend his turn dancing and playing the
Nice.
flute. So he is
Playing for
dodging.
the-
I'm so proud. So proud right now.
Inspector Dolvaire.
I will release 2
One bit.
shots at the leftmost enemy. I have plus
Mhm.
D4 on these.
19, yeah.
So
you
the
can roll
first one was
D4.
actually a 13.
Okay, the 19 will hit. Well,
Okay.
the 22 will hit. 5 damage.
5
Ooh.
piercing.
Alright. You pierce straight through like its hat, which exposes the inside of its sort of planty brains, I guess. They don't really have brains, but it's still barely standing and sort of shooting pores out of its new hole in its head. This one will run over here and attempt to squish up against its allies. Until Ventropic.
Alrighty. Well, I think that I can finish off that one on the left with Vicious Mockery. Let's see what we can do about that.
Let's see. I'll make a wisdom save. I'm
Just
gonna roll
roll
your 2d
2d4.
damage. It will
Boom.
fail. Take enough damage. It sort of clutches at its head and sort of shakes a bit and then falls into a big heap of mushroom.
Nice.
It is dead. Blah. Grelt.
You see that, husband? The power of this loot can take down any brute.
Go ahead and attack the. Or I'm going to move the hunter's mark over first
Mm-hmm.
to the nearby
Crayfish.
giant enemy cray. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack it for. I'm going to call this shot, by the way.
15.
Does
Will
that hit
just
or. Hold on.
Yeah.
Damn.
just hit.
These pluses. Okay.
Yep. 19 will also hit.
Alright, so
20.
20. Then I'm
Nice.
going to go and attack again.
Mm-hmm. Is that called?
That'll be called, yeah.
Okay.
The power of love, Grilt.
That will also hit, yes.
Yeah, feels good.
Some damage.
Oh, so that'll hit? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So that'll be 21 damage.
I think you said you moved your hunter's mark, right?
21.
Yeah. Oh, I also have two
True,
hunters marks
yeah.
to proc.
Yeah, roll me your hunter's mark. Yeah.
Two of those. Easy game.
6 and 3.
Yeah, so that's
you cleave it twice with this giant club, just like almost just like the cave fisher, because this is another thing made out of carapace, and you just smash it over, and this sort of like, you would expect a sort of like crunching and then sort of juices to fly out, like you were breaking into a lobster for dinner, but instead it's just spores and mushrooms, and it falls dead.
free spores. That was 50 damage, by the way.
Yeah. You're pretty good at dealing damage here, Dolphin. It's pretty good. And yeah, I think you have, because you killed something.
No,
you have
he's
a
already
bonus
used his
action?
bonus
No,
action
you
for Hunter's
moved
Mark.
your Hunter's Mark, so you don't
Yeah.
have any attacks.
Filthy's got it.
That'll be okay,
Uh,
I think. Unless you
then
want
I'm
to
gonna
move.
walk up
Move.
and I'm just gonna stand in front of this other one. That's
Okay.
difficult.
Although-
I actually know it's occupied, so I can't stand. Yes.
No, it's not, because it's dead. You can like.
Okay.
sort
You
of
could have
vault
walked
its
over
corpse.
the corpse that was there to begin with, to position next.
That's
to
true,
could
and then
have
I could
the
have
other
gotten
guy
my
at the start.
And you could have
horde
gotten
breaker.
your horde
But
breaker.
you didn't.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
You're
But
probably
you
gonna win
didn't.
this fight anyways.
You live and you live. These things happen.
Here, I'll move these to the back.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, as you come into this room, you can see the rest of it, and Grandpa Filthy.
I'm gonna head to the
Is-
just the edge of this corner. I'm gonna get down on my
Mhm.
hands and knees and I'm gonna poke my head around. I'm gonna see the giant spored creature, and I'm gonna fling a firebolt at it.
Roll to hit.
And
That will hit.
hit it for 5. And then
Oh,
I
shit.
will
56.
poke my
Hold on.
head back around the corner and put both hands over my ears.
And I turn to him and like say, I don't know what. I'm sure it's amazing, but
Your words have no power over me, fiend.
Pronounced Funt.
It's pronounced fun. Okay.
Well, I suppose I would be happier with being called Funt than simply with a grunt.
He will continue to dance circles around you. And he's run out of people to inspire. Who he wants to inspire, at least.
He is crushing it. Great
Mhm.
job, husband.
Inspector.
I duck back around the corner and fire twice. We give you a
Mhm.
D4
Those will
on
both
the
hit.
16. Well, okay.
Yep.
Nice. For 7.
I mean, it's close to
Alright.
50.
Yeah, it's okay. It takes time to
Close
warm
to
up.
50.
Look, it's fine. I spec tank, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's reasonable that he's
You spec
dealing more
tank
damage
and-
than me.
Hey, you haven't used your divine smites. It's fine. You're saving it.
Yeah, you can't use those on a great bow.
Yeah, I know, but you can get in melee. All right,
I can try.
this thing
His
similar
chance
to
of escape is narrow. Truly, those were some great arrows.
similar to its ally. It's going to try and pacify you. Con save, please. Don't. Which you probably will succeed. Yep.
Hmm.
And then it will
Yeah.
do an attack. And fist. A 6 will not hit your AC. So this thing will miss. Ventilopentropic.
Alrighty, we're gonna cut him down with some vicious mockery. This gigantic
Something that rhymes with
something.
mockery.
Yeah, I got nothing. Fantilipentropic knows exactly what to say. Sometimes you
Mhm.
just can't
It
channel
will fail, so you can roll me damage.
Boom.
6. Nice. And we'll have disadvantage. I'll just put like a little thing. I don't know. None of these are really accurate. It's absolutely frightened of your mockery. All right, Grilt. Just clean up. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
you'll clean
could.
up.
There's somebody down there.
Maybe you'll crit and you
Over
can
there.
just absolutely destroy things. Yeah, if you were paying any attention,
I'll have the hunters on it, and I'll give it double called shots.
All right.
So
one.
2d4s, one for the
But you can-
first, and
yeah,
one for the
roll it.
second.
So you have a
So that'll be 15. That'll be a 13 to hit. Will miss, but the other one will hit.
Okay.
Damage. 19
19, and then hunter's mark.
plus Hunter's Mark.
23.
So 23.
Baby damage.
Nice. Yeah.
And then
Feels
I'll
pretty-
move right there. Then I'll have my
Mhm.
turn.
Yeah. If you're paying any attention, these appear to be the same.
Have you used your inspiration?
You do have inspiration.
Yeah, it's
Starting
okay.
with
Okay.
56.
Yeah, I didn't use mine.
It doesn't
These
feel
appear to be the
too.
same commoners infected with spores, but they seem to not be moving at all. They're just sort of lying down on the ground.
They're kind of looking back up and feeling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Grandpa.
I'll poke my head around and cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Yep.
Which is a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Which will fail. Wow,
Takes
this thing's
20.
not very good at rolling. 20 damage. It just like is sitting there and is trying to like spore Dolphin to death, and then it just completely.
I like to
ceases
imagine
move
the
and just
sound waves are
collapses.
actually visible in the spores. Like
Mhm.
the pattern of the spores is totally just like
It's
dispersed
got
by
these
the
little
sound.
mushrooms sprouting off of its shoulders, which start to like quiver, and then they just die.
Perfect.
It is dead.
And then I will
And-
poke my head back around again.
And we are out of combat because none of these humanoid things will do any action. And there you go.
Wow. More mushrooms, I see. Why are we in this cave? I thought we were looking for ghosts.
I'm gonna walk into the cavern and look around for signs of Orblong.
You see two fungus-infested people, which are just
Does
laying
either
against
of
the
them
walls.
look like Jacques Orblong?
You can roll an investigation while looking closer.
In a rage,
It's definitely
I'm
male.
going to bring my rapier down on this and put a divine
Okay.
smite into it.
It... okay. Yep. This will be probably an auto crit because it is unconscious and you're right next to it.
Where's my smite?
Oops.
It would
move
be
somebody else.
2d8 or more depending on what spell slot you use.
I don't have a button on my sheet that does it.
Alright.
That's 15.
Yeah, you just like strike into its head and it just radiance bursts out and it is very dead.
Do you mock me, Jacques? I sense that you have been here.
Do not fret for too long. I'm sure that we'll find your man Oblong.
Oh,
My
that was
worm
good.
buries one of its head into the other head.
On hearing the bard say Orblong, I perk up and I look at him and I say,
Wait. How do you know that name?
What by what riddles do you speak? You've talked of Oblong as long as we meet.
I have no recollection of uttering his name in your presence. Indeed, I am very careful not to use it willy-nilly. I would not want to tip off his compatriots. Tell me more, bard. Where are you from?
Well, I'm sure that you've heard of my family. We're quite wealthy, and we're known quite all throughout the land. The family of Fantillipentropic is quite a widely spoken topic.
Fantillipentropic. It's an anagram of Orblong.
It's an anagram of many things, but I don't think
what
Orlong.
are you talking about? Are you talking about Orblong? Is that what we're talking about?
Oblong!
The whole
So you know
family
him
knows
as
about
well.
it.
Who is
I'm
this
going to
Oblong?
draw my
I've heard the
bow.
name before, but I'm not sure exactly who it is.
I believe
am going to
legally
draw my
they
bow.
are partners.
Honey, do you know an Oblong?
Show me your hands, bards.
Only what he's been telling us this whole time. He's pretty obsessed, this Dolver friend of mine.
I'm going to
Oh, he's
let
your
off a
friend?
warning
Are
shot
you friends
with my
with
bow.
Oblong?
I'm going to let off a warning shot.
Can you?
It accidentally hits you.
Yes. You take 3 piercing damage.
I get out my bag of good berries.
I assume
React.
that this means that we've initiated combat on Funt and he's finally snapped from his inane fucking rhymes.
I'm not gonna make us go into initiative, but we'll just sort of take turns.
Yeah, for like when I get hit with the arrow, I'm like kind of kind of talking and in my normal like, oh yes, it's quite Jesus, what the hell are you doing? This arrow is truly.
And
You fire upon my husband.
I respond with the same thing. Jesus, what the hell are you? Oh, wrong voice. Sorry, excuse me. What are you doing? Shoot him in the head.
You fire upon my husband, I fire upon you. And he points his flute at you, and nothing happens.
I fireball him.
You fireball him.
I fireball him.
All right.
I didn't really choose him for his wit or style. It's really
Roll
more
your
of a.
attack.
The
Slash
best
your-
you
thing
fire-
about bards are they're flammable.
You're fireballing or firebolting?
Balling.
Fireball.
All right.
Fireball.
What do you say?
As you cast the fireball, I'm going to draw my rapier and leap at them with all the divine energy coming down from the sky so that I can muster.
Your god will protect you. Let me see if I remember to protect you.
I'm going to eat a good berry.
Get behind me, husband! As he pulls out his flute.
I was very
a
close.
block.
I do remember to include.
I mean, you can forget. That's fine.
It's
Only
yeah.
a
It's,
D1.
No, I have my DC. My DC is 5. If I roll 5 or
Ru-
under, I'm going to fireball a group.
specifically remembering to forget is definitely a thing that Grandpa Filthy would do.
Oh, but I'm only excluding Dolbert. Dolbert rather.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Okay, good.
All right, roll your fireball.
Oh.
As Dolvera lunges forward and Fantilipentropic's new husband charges forth to take the blow, an enormous ball of fire erupts, which kills him.
Excellent.
He gets embraced in flame.
My
And,
husband!
To death do you part.
Fantilipentropic, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh,
Oh, yep. You take the full force of this flame.
28.
How much health are you on?
I have
Oh,
15
no.
health. Yeah, no, I'm
Okay. Yep.
Finally,
you're,
silence.
Wow.
So you're down, right? You're not dead
He's
yet.
down. He's down.
very
Yeah. Well,
down.
I was already in the process of bringing the rapier down,
Mhm.
so it's an auto crit.
And the smite, I believe, gets double damage on crits.
It's an auto crit, so that's 20 already. And then you roll 2 more
29.
d8s. No, the smite is crit as well.
Yeah, but
Roll even more.
it's
But
only
yeah.
1d8 from the smite to begin with.
Is it? I thought it was 2d8 at the beginning, and then it increases by
Oh.
1 for every spell slot.
I don't
You
remember.
might be
well.
right.
Either way, his maximum hit points is 28, so he will just be killed by that. Like, massive damage will go past his maximum hit points and kill him.
Doesn't
I
work
think.
that way. It's
Does it
it's
work?
one
I don't know.
attack. It doesn't matter. He
Oh,
he
well.
only has 2
Oh,
deaths.
well.
He only has 2 death
He's
saves.
going
He's
to
gonna
die.
take 2 here and it'll be 1 more.
He's going to die. He'll be attacked by a second one.
I'll be dead.
Isn't it? It's 2 death saves for attack and melee, right?
Yeah, but
It's
don't
2
you
death
only
saves for an attack
once?
in melee because it's a crit.
I have 2 attacks per.
Oh, okay. You have
round.
2 attacks
So
and
then
kills
you
him.
do-
Yeah.
I'm double attacking. Yeah.
Yes.
I stand over the bard and look down at him and say, I like kick him with my boot. I say, Oblong would not have died so easy.
My mage hand moves over, and I don't know if you. I think you're focused, so maybe you don't see this. I'd like to try to sneak it by you. Can we make rolls for that?
Sure, I'm going to pull out my journal and make a, like, you see me thumbing to page like 44, and it's like a list of families I need to apologize to, and it's just very, very, like, I turn to page 47, and I write,
I have the mage hand.
Fun chilla pen, and then I just like give up and like leave a question mark there.
I use the mage hand to plant a small diamond in his hand, and then like curl it closed. And then as you're standing there, his kind of body just like uncurls its hand as it's lying there, and the diamond rolls out of his hand.
Yeah, I turn away and don't notice.
Yeah, doesn't notice, can't imagine. Oh, miss optical front flip.
Yes, Worm, you were right. He needed to die. And God, the silence will follow us now. One more rhyme was all I could take.
Does ceremony have a funeral part to it, like coming of age, marriage?
It does. It's funeral rite, which makes it that for the next 7 days they can't become undead.
Well, we learned a
But you-
valuable lesson. And you're going to kill an entire bard school. Kill an entire bard school. He was a good traveling companion when he was sleeping.
Yeah, he slept the best of them.
I'll miss him when he's shutting his mouth.
Which one are you talking about?
There were two? What are you
The other
talking
one is
about?
just incinerated.
Oh, you mean that stain over there?
Well, it's all right
Mushroom?
with you, friends. We should continue on. Oblong could be further down this passage.
Yes. Oh, Blanc.
My character's falling back asleep.
Hey, look at him. He even had a role model. Quiet all the time. Good man, that. All right. I think that's where we're going to cut the part then.
It's a great spot.
So, Billy,
good.
thank you for being here with us. Appreciate
Thank
your,
you.
your time. And, I
you
loved
for
your
having me.
character, even if my character hated your character. So, me
No,
and...
it was
It was a lovely way to, introduce you to this game is by killing you with a fireball and then executing you promptly with.
I died in
you're
my
down.
first one off.
I really
Close
yeah, I really I could have expected
great to
myself
have
to
you.
die earlier. It was a pleasure to be here.
It was lovely.
And I thought it was a very valiant attempt across the course of 8 episodes to try to keep rhyming everything you say. I would have given up many
it was
episodes
great.
ago. So.
I think my favorite part was that the rhymes got better as you got closer and closer to your death.
They were getting better.
Oh, I had
Every sentence
a
was
little
rhymed.
something.
It was great.
If I didn't die there, I had a little something.
Hmm.
Would you like to share it post-death?
Sure. So I had something with. So all of this party members are always thinking my lines are cheesy. Well, you won't get off easy. I think that you'll find that I'm the one with the mind, creating amazing lyrics without any fancy gimmicks. Something going on somewhere about that.
His
but-
final words will haunt me to my death. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cheers.
Billy.
All right, gonna cut the part here. If you haven't already, go check out BillyKirby. And see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.